Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, I'm just looking for an entry. I playing around with some Bulenox evals. Funny thing is I think it is another Tokyo holiday. Autumn equinox observed. So could be that the Japanese market is quite slow. MotiveWave is much better, Jay. And it does look like I'm playing with a little bit of a lag here. I'm gonna try to fix that for next time. It should be coming through like super high quality, like 4K probably. Yeah, it looks like it's streaming up to 4K. I'll probably have to turn that down so that I can get a little bit more responsive. Because there's a delay between the time you post a question to when you hear me. But yeah, I mean, Quant Tower is visually, Quant Tower looks nice. It's just if you want all the features with the depth of market and tick charts, that's where it seems to really fail. And then the disconnect and reconnect is a little bit more drawn out than it should be. So you could trade from the charts. I just don't ever do that. And I'm actually not even sure. I mean, so, okay. You can chart trade, but I don't have that enabled and I actually don't remember. But after you place an order, you can still trade from the chart and move it around that way. It also has some neat things like you can do different bracket orders and then change those around. Oops, probably don't want that there, huh? Like so. Yeah, FTT, they released their license like not last Friday, but the Friday before, and then they took it down pretty quick. They probably had so many people that signed up, whether or not, because it wasn't like behind your account login, so it could have been that more people got a license than what should have. Hey Mango, what's going on? What's up, Proxy? I missed the open, so that would have been lovely. Catch it on the breakdown here. I did. I got a payout from FTT. Last week during a live event, I got 2 of the 12Ks paid out that were owed. I have 2 more requests in, and then I'll put in another request on Wednesday. Yeah, I bet, Proxy, you got the open, didn't you, with the 3K? That would have been so sweet. Quick, definitive move down. Now I'm just kind of guessing, and it looks more bullish to me than it does bearish. But man, this spread, what's up with that? We shouldn't have 5.6 tick spread at this point. $225K, nice. Yeah, that's the best part about FTT. You can sit and just do micros and not have to worry about the commissions. Take long-term stress-free trades where you're not scalping in and out. So right now I'm just going to try to catch a few points off this range. It may only get like $350, or it might just blow up through it, huh? Should get my trading view charts up. Yeah, definitely looking more bullish. Yeah, it's definitely worth scaling up with FTT. Tonight I'm just messing around on some evals. Taking mindless trades. Trying to catch something. Way too big of size to... And also the FTT accounts are on pause until 6 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time because of the migration. Migrating over to their own personal FTT Rhythmic server. Yeah, the dashboard you can't really count on being updated. It's been off for numerous days and never fixed for not this week, but the prior week. There's days that are just completely wrong, so you can't go off what they have there. It's going to suck if they use that as like some criteria to determine if you're a good trader or not. What's up with your dashboard? Is it just Friday that's messed up, or is it more of the week? Oh yeah, you're right. Friday's missing completely, isn't it? See, I barely look at it. That's being a little bit too greedy. If it breaks through here, I think it's probably going to go down, but ES is looking a little bit more bullish than I think I'm going to get out of this and save my trailing drawdown. Go back to my original plan of just playing this range right here. Didn't quite get it at the top. Pretty bad entry. Caught the reversal back up. I'm too scared to trade rate at the open. Yeah, I mean, so there's some weird shit that goes on at the open. Usually you're fine if you put limit orders far enough out. Like if you had the intention of shorting this and put it out a few points. But then it seems like almost right at 5 minutes after, something happens with Rhythmic where you lose connection for like 30 seconds. And I've noticed this with Apex, with Take Profit, with Top Step, Fast Track, all of them. Some sort of update that goes on 5 minutes afterwards. King wants to know, what am I trading right now? I am trading Bulenox accounts with EZ. So ENQZ is the ticker for CQG data. Whereas NQZ is the rhythmic data. So this is the rhythmic data here. Good thing about rhythmic is that you do have the depth of market, the purple up here, you can see up way higher and down lower. Whereas with CQG, it's only feeding me through so many points. Looks like about 15 points. So that first one was a loss. It definitely looks like it wants to break the upside. I have some profits to make back, so I'm gonna keep this pretty tight. And I'm gonna dip by right here. Oh, you know what? My DOM is messed up. Let me get the template. Because of the license, I think it put me on a free version. All the features weren't saved when I changed the license over. Yeah, so we need to see this pulling and stacking. Get a better idea of what the markets are doing at the moment. I don't know. She's looking pretty tired, huh? Doesn't want to go up anymore. Don't take these trades because I'm just messing around in Bulenox. I don't really... These are just evals. Something fun to play with. Okay. Like to see that. Pulled back a little, got bought up. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think there is a bank holiday or Tokyo holiday for the 23rd. Could be another slow Sunday open. What are we at? 50 down to... Oh, wow. I really wish I would have caught that open. Damn. What are you guys trading tonight? Anything? Waiting for metals to open? 8 o'clock Central, silver and gold usually do quite a bit of movement in a very short time. Well, it sure feels like it's going to blow right past that. There we got a bunch of pulling. Pulling on the sell side, even though a few sell orders went through and then they jump back in. So let's see what happens. This is trailing drawdown, so I got to be careful. So, I'll let that go there. But this repetitive adding one up as it goes up makes it seem like they're trying to push it higher. Let's see what it does. Gotta be really careful. 44 is what it made it to. Of course it's open Sundays. For futures, yeah. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if we get just one of these slow grinds up, it might make sense to just be scalping in and out of some of these peaks on like a 8 to 10 point range, if that even. 5 contracts for 5 points get you $500. Proxy, you over leveraging? You blew it on that pullback? Yeah, I don't know about this weakness. Whether we're topping out, it sure seems like it wants to push up. But too much of it depends on other markets, and if NKD is down, even though it can go up, it's up 110 points in what would be their pre-market if they open. This has some volume though. Does anyone know if today is an actual Japanese holiday? You can comment in the chat. I mean, it's okay to DCA. You just got to be super careful with it, especially with the trailing. just creeping along though, making higher lows, higher highs. So no, I'm about to blow mine too, it looks like. Trailing drawdown, get you every time. Yeah, it does look like it's about to pop. Hard to say though. Need to get some volume to come in. Right now it's pretty pathetic. A couple of contracts are. Well, that was the wrong kind of pop. So, yep, blew those accounts. Now, did that sell off give enough? Yeah, this is too low volume. For it to go down that much off just like 50 contracts of ES. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm out of evals. Let me buy 2 more evals real quick. We'll wait for some better trades. Yeah, maybe if FTT gets over to their own server, I can trust Rhythmic during the day, not have to trade at night so much. There's good opportunities at night for NKD, G for gold and silver. Tonight, the opportunity would have been at the open. Did make it like one tick higher. Huh. Once those new evals come through. Nope. Nothing yet. All right, Rhythmic, what are we doing here? Taking its sweet time activating these. Now we're getting some activity. wanted to just try the fast track trader instead of the paper trading, it definitely gave it a good shot instead of failing right away like the rhythmic paper trading. Oh, rhythmic paper trading fails too. All right, where are my accounts at? So I have this 150 that I don't really want to pay for. Yeah, it's definitely consolidating to go one way or the other. Earlier it looked more bullish. Now it's just like meh. Every time it's gone up to this level, it's failed. So if it can break above it, pretty big size order here in this 97 for ES. We got this 66 support in it. So this is MotiveWave. And if you're trading with fast track and you signed up for the license, you get the order flow. This happens to be the pro version that I pay for, which probably can't see it, but at the very bottom here, what it allows for is 2 connections, well, multiple broker connections. So I can actually connect one Rhythmic, my CQG, I can connect Schwab if I want, and it works. I've tested it out. It's just not worth having another data feed for stocks when I'm not really trading them. But yeah, it's a pretty nice platform. I should probably tweak it a little bit to make sure. I'm not a huge fan of this color scheme, but I've gotten used to it. I can trade on my laptop on a small screen and be across the room and pick up on the blue and the red really easily. Oh, and if anybody wants like this setup and you're in my Discord, I put a link to it there. I can throw a link to it in the chat as well. And all it is just the configurations for the depth of market. This template, Chris Dom. And then just the studies that I'm using. I think it also brings the different time frames that I have. Most people want to stick with like 100, 250, 500, 1,000 tick, or just use a regular time scale. And we're just chopping in this area. That's not good if it breaks that level. So I should move this thing so I can see it a little bit better. My bad. That's hilarious. I moved it and it messed up the... Okay. Yes, you can, but not in the way that you mean. Like, MotiveWave says with version 7 that they're going to be releasing copy trading across multiple firms. And right now, to do it, there's sort of a workaround. You can run 2 instances of MotiveWave at the same time. And it's not really copy trading from one to the other, but you'd have two platforms open. Yeah, both Rhythmic. So I could log on, and I'm actually on Windows, so I'm not sure how to do it, but I think if you just right-click MotiveWave itself and you start another instance, yeah. So now I can just start another one and use my same regular login, but then when I connect, I'll not connect to my CQG, and I'll connect to a different Rhythmic paper server. And if you're on a Mac, it's pretty easy too. You just go to the command line and you type I'll post it so you guys have it. You just type that, and it starts a new instance. And that's on Mac OS. So I think it's going to probably curl over and puke down. Yep, MotiveWave, I can use it on Mac and PC. I'm streaming from here. It's a PC. But most of the time, I like to be able to, be up and doing other things. So I'm usually on my Mac in different rooms in the house. Yeah, trailing drawdown sucks when you got spreads like this, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So between like at least 4 and 7 ticks each time. Yeah, Trader J, it is good. It's really nice to be able to do that on both Mac and PC. Now you can't, one thing you can't do, you can't like run, the license is on a per machine basis. So even though I can start up another instance of MotiveWave right now, I can't run one without a separate license on my PC at the same time I do it on my Mac. So I'm going to get out of this trade because this is a 150K account and I don't really want to have to pay the activation fee. So I'm going to get out of this trade profitable. Actually, that's to enter a short. So I'm going to get out of this trade profitable and then switch over to a different trading group. So that one was an 150K that I don't really want to activate. What I'm doing is I started a copy trade with a sim account that I have. Oh, did it not close that? Interesting. Well, that's weird. So the P&L should show up if I'm in a trade, but obviously I'm in a trade because you can see that this number's changed from 525. It was like 625. So, And the reason for that is the algorithm for the sim fills from MotiveWave has like different rules than the sim fills for Rhythmic. So an actual like local simulation account, it's a little bit more strict on how it fills. I think it has to actually push through it all the way and fill like the next one, whereas with 2 ticks up instead of like, watch how this fills. I don't know why the P&L isn't showing up. That is weird. Yeah, you can see here that I have 5 in the sim account. Okay. I think I see what it's doing. It's not mapping the symbol for Rhythmic properly. So let's get that. Okay, here it shows up. If I'm looking at, that's weird. It did that. So we're on NQZ4, and I was looking at ENQZ4. It's the same symbol, but it doesn't look like it's doing the proper symbol mapping for, which means I got to cancel this. Go back over here, get out of this trade. I don't care if that's a loss. Let's go back to the actual evaluations. This is sim account, so no drawdown. So I'm just going to go flat null. Come on. Si, senor. What's going on, Isaac? Gold is stuck in a pretty tight $2 range. Well, don't try to be like me tonight. I'm playing on some Bulenox evals, not putting a whole lot of effort into it. I wish I could be trading my fast track accounts, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can adjust these settings a little bit so that there's less lag. Switch over to low latency. I wonder if it kills the stream. YouTube. Okay, that should help with latency. Getting a message from YouTube that buffering may happen. Well, I shouldn't have done that midstream, huh? Give me a 1 in the chat if I'm still here. Okay, good. Because what I'm getting is some sort of buffering error. I think combining the latency with 4K is not a good idea. Looks like I'm at least 15 seconds delayed up. I'm gonna go back to high quality and see if it doesn't fix the errors I'm getting. Getting a lot of dropped frames. Okay, it looks like it's good health now. All right, let's get a trade in here. Yeah, this isn't very interesting at all, the range we're getting. So natural gas was up huge last week. Does silver just want to keep dumping down or what? It's not really dumping. It's pretty, well, I take that back. It's almost 20 points, or 40 ticks, 20 cents essentially from its high. Interesting. Pretty good, Dyer. How are you doing? FYI, I'm not trading my FTT accounts, obviously, if you have FTT. Tried to log in a couple different times with Rhythmic using both the paper server and the FTT news server. Oops, didn't mean to put that there. So yeah, that failed too. Just getting ready to pop again. What's good, Cirrus? Just hanging out. Took a short here. It didn't play out. I had a stop and an entry for a long at double the position size if it broke the 50s. Broke the 50s, and I'm probably not going to be patient enough to get much more than like 1,200 to 1,800 out of it. Lots of pulling though, so that's a good sign. And then they're stacking in one at a time here, all the way up. Just trying to push it up more. All it takes is that one person to dump 25 on the market, and it'll be back down here for a loss. And no Rhythmic. So now usually what happens is that you get like what you get with low float stocks when it's starting to lose buying power. It'll have like one big push up, and then it'll quickly reject, and you'll get a lot of sellers. I don't know if it's there yet though. That little bit of a dip was bought up. Just not getting enough buyers coming in. The time in sales. See if that changes. So this is to catch that big pop. If these large orders suddenly pull and then it pops up, I'll get a short after I get my long exited. And here we're going to actually set yeah, we've not bought up enough for it to really crap out. Could just move sideways, but it awesome. I'll be back. Doc, driving night now. Right now. All right, I'm happy with that exit. To change it, I'd have to see a lot of these bigger orders pull. One of them did, but we got some selling. So maybe they pulled and sold. Got tired of waiting. So crude is going to be choppy. Crude is pretty, it doesn't really do much during the, we'll see what happens in about an hour and 7 minutes, but crude doesn't move a whole lot right now. It's really the early London session into our pre-market where oil moves. And it really ran up at the end of last week after, I don't know what it got down to, like 67 or 66. I haven't been watching it too closely. Oop, sounds like an order filled. Yep. All right, so let's cancel. So remember how I was telling you guys, so that filled at 65. The noises that you were hearing was this filling later than the rhythmic sim. Which is annoying. It means I can't copy trade. What I was doing is I was trying to copy trade the sim account that I have so that you could keep like a running total of what I made. Okay, let's get rid of those orders. No open orders. And let's get trading view up. No shit, did it hit 64? I wasn't aware. I was aware of about 66. Yeah, so I was not watching it last Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, this is a major area where it's gotten a lot of buying support in the past. So I think crude oil, pending any sort of war or major economic event, it's probably just going to chop in this range between 65 and 77 near term. Which is kind of what it's been doing since. Yeah, I mean, it's been doing that pretty much since 2022. It's been in this range. Now, because this is CL1, these prices are a little goofy because when I was on the current contract, it did get over, it was over 90. So let's, yeah, it's not always best to look at the continuous contract. CLX, am I still on CLV? No, I'm in CLX, but this is on V. I should check that out, see which one has more volume. Okay, X has more volume for nat gas as well, so we're going to switch that one over. But that looks, let's see. Okay. See, with these instruments, I like the rhythmic connection because you see so much more of the depth of market that you don't see. Where do you think gas is going, James? What are your predictions, or what are your trigger points? Would you be a buyer down at 65? Would you be selling up here for a drop down to 60? I mean, this just to me looks like a 2-year ranging market. Now, granted, we're on the continuous contract, so some of the adjustments that are done are not realistic, but it gives you a general sense. Oh, wow, I have all kinds of drawings here that are showing up. Hilarious. But I mean, in terms of trending, if it depends on what sort of position you want to take. If you're short-term long and you think it's going to dip down to say this level here in this area, it could push up quite a bit higher in that range I was showing you on the daily. Thing is if it drops $2 in one day, the retracement is pretty small and then it usually dumps more. Let's go to the 4 hour. What's up, Mason? Bummer we couldn't trade Yeah, I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, the reality is that nobody should really be trading live or prop accounts right now because it kind of sucks. You got to be really good at it. And I mean really good, because otherwise you're just going to be bored out of your mind and get wrecked. So we're getting tons of rejection right here. But it could just be one of those nights where it creeps up all damn night. I don't even know what that means. Somebody biting their nails? Yeah, that's what you do when you trade this crap at night. They're doing okay. I lost some being stupid, which is 100% fine. I have 665 in one of the 100Ks. Yeah, see, we're getting some sellers that sell right there. Sure seems like it's just gathering momentum to pop back up, though. So maybe a short isn't a good idea at that price point. I think a short here is solid, though. Thing is why I have it set up as a stop limit. So the limit's going to trigger, or the stop's going to trigger, then the limit will trigger. Only way that works is if there's a slight retracement back up if it blows through it. Yeah, that's just an account I play around with. It's a simulation account. So what I was doing is I was copying trades into the sim count from the evals. But yeah, it's not real money. My AMP account I drew out all the money. I have $69.78 in my AMP account right now. So I'm not really trading it. All right, let's see. What are we going to do? Yep, we broke that level. We're going to go down. We'll go down to at least 56. So that's going to be a safe exit. Unless, of course, it just wants to dump down. So here's what I'm going to do. Because it's trailing drawdown, I'm taking 3 off there, and I'm taking 4 off down here. Oh, maybe it's not a holiday. All right, focus on what I'm trading. No, I don't like that. What's for dinner, Cirrus? Nice. Thanksgiving casserole. Otto, it's not Thanksgiving yet. Come on, man. All right. Well, that sucks. Guess I should have done my full 7 down here, huh? Taking it off. Any pullback, there's just more adding. we need a pullback where instead of buying, we actually see the rest of them pull. Nope. You fussy bastard. Geez, I'm like 0 for 4 and on these stream trading. I don't really care. It's just an evaluation. And she's gone. I was short. I shorted up here. Didn't quite get my add, which was to add 3 more right here. And then for some dumbass reason, I split it up to exit 3 here and then exit 4 about down here. I should have just exited the full 7. So then I added. Oh, interesting. And then it didn't take me out of the sim account. Sim accounts are fun though. You can just be like, oh yeah, I gotta be over on here. Cancel all those. It's complete, huh? Well, let's confirm it here. Login doesn't work. I'll go to, I was on the Fast Track Trading login. Did they send new credentials? You mean like the yellow spot auto? So when you're trading on the yellow is to show where I am in the queue, and then a bar graph in proportion to the amount that are there. So there's 3 in front of me and I have 10 up here. 5 in front of me or something. 4, 5. Yeah, my pending order is in the DOM. It is, yeah. It's just the when you have a rhythmic data feed, it'll show you the MBO. See, this is how you make 19 million in a sim, Mason. Right there. Oh, why I placed them there. So that's a complicated question to answer. And it really depends on how much screen time you have watching the DOM. What you want to think about is you want to think of each of these levels as a probability. And the probability that an order is going to get filled based on where you place it, based on how many pulls there are that you've seen in the past. Like, is it going to continue to go up? Is it going to reverse? And one of the things that I look for is I look for vacancies in front of a large order that I don't think is going to pull. So to get out of this position, I would put it here where there's only 2 competing orders at this tick level, which you can't see now because that yellow blob shows up. All right, we're getting out. This is my sim account. I lost 12K. Woo! But no, back to your question. You definitely want to think about this in terms of probabilities. Like, based on past experience, this time of night, how many people are pulling? If you have a way to quantify it, that's even better. But you know that like most of this is bullshit. Like, we had 6 orders that went through there and like 15 that pulled. Just like that. So yeah, the fact that roughly 60% of them were bullshit orders. So did they change the password in Mason? Did they change the password in the ID as well? I get the fact that it's now gonna look like this. Fast track trading as the location. By the way, not practicing good trade habits here, just having some fun in a sim. I am 150 contracts deep in a short. When clearly all it wants to do is run up. I wouldn't say purely order flow. I look for repeatable patterns and add different validity, or you can think of it as weighting. Like right now, it's pretty crappy price actually, even though it just keeps going up. But yeah, I trade from the DOM, and I do pay real close attention to what's going on in time and sales. levels. I don't really want to go too much into my strategy. I talked a little bit about how I look at these as probabilities. I think that's, but yeah, mainly order flow from the DOM. Okay, so they said it's updated. It's probably just not live. I can try the paper trading one again. Yeah, it failed as well. Secret squirrel strategy. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Not too much to do with the squirrel. I think more important than necessarily just like trading order flow is looking at correlations between major components of the NASDAQ, which we don't have right now. The closest thing to correlation that we have are the other world markets. So like the HSI, NKD. And this thing is just building up liquidity to go higher, isn't it? Look at how big my yellow bar is. Really like that 95.25 level. The other thing I try to think about is, okay, what's the bear case and what's the bull case? The bull case is, well, there's several bull cases. We rip right up from here. We pull back to here and then rip up. Seems like a very nice area, this 94, 95 area. The bear case is we push through that, but even though I'm in a sim account, let's say I had a trailing drawdown, I'm not in an account that's static, so I want to be able to get out without losing a lot of my money. So it's sort of just where's the point where you're going to have the highest probability of getting filled and making the most money without it reversing and losing some of that trailing drawdown. But we're in sim, so I could just be like, oh, fuck it, and get out if I wanted to. Full port long? Probably not a bad idea. I don't know. Cat's chilling somewhere. She was in here earlier. I don't know. I think it more, not really an oh, more of a congratulatory do like you won a prize or something. Let's see, what does it sound like? Yeah, ta-da is what it sounds like. Ah, when you place the order, okay. Uh-oh, oh no. Yeah, it looks like they show up for me. Are they not showing up on YouTube? All right, let's go back to the Bulenox accounts for 8 o'clock. Metals. There's my losing ones that I had on. Full port platinum long. I don't even know if I'm on the right contract. V. expires in October, probably on a later one. Yeah, Platinum should be, Z has 206. No, V is right. The October one has more volume. What does Platinum get me in? Serious, I'm already a millionaire. 19 million, almost 20 million. Look at that. In Sim. All right. I'm about to lose a million. So I'm now short 1,500. Should we see how this DCA thing works out in Sim? Complete poverty? I need 142,000 to break 20 million. I think that's a bad spot. Okay, that's what I like to see. A little bit of flushing, but we're curling up on the MACD. And it's not that bearish of a turn down. More of a bear flag. I mean a bull flag, more of a bull flag. This thing just wants to run up, 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 up. Come on, get me out of this trade so I can actually do some stuff with metals. That's hilarious. My yellow bar. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for 20 million another night. 7 minutes till metals open. There's just enough buyer support and enough market buyers to come in and gobble it up. I haven't tried them yet, Cirrus. I mean, I think they're worth trying. So we're going to DCA until this account blows up, just for the hell of it. Break even is at, I hate 25 levels because that's, see, 31 just popped in. They're going to try to provide a bit of buyer support down there. All right, where are we at with? I think if we can convincingly break below that. All right, that's set up on the Bulenox account, and we're about to be break even here. Plus or minus a couple 100,000. See how it just got bought up at that 25 level? All right, now we get a decent push down. $22 it is. There's my cat. Told you we're going to keep DCAing until this blows. Wait, what happened? I'm at 9K now? Nice. Alrighty. So silver is in the Bulenox account. I kind of like that. 600 isn't very much though. I do think it's going to break that 71. We'll see. And then it is a pretty big pull from everybody else if it does. That 20, it looks like a spot people might iceberg at. I have no idea, but let's see what happens to that guy. Still not out of this damn 9,000 contract position? Damn. All right, we're about to lose a couple million in the sim account. It's fine, because this one matters. It blew through the 72. 10, 14, 11. Yeah, it really sold off. It's too bad I didn't get in more than just 2. I still like that spot. What do we got to drop another 9K contracts? Jesus. All right, we're out of that. We're going to cancel this. And man, that's going to go up way up here. Try to log in. Okay. I will. Nope, it still doesn't work. Does it have to be the paper, rhythmic paper, or the fast track? Because I was using the fast track server. You're in, huh? So I did the fast track server. See, it says login failed. Please contact administrator. Well, at least you got out of that nonsense. See, proof DCA works if you have an infinite amount of money. Oh yeah, my Bulenox account, not my... Oops. Let's that's stupid. From the dashboard. Okay, thank you. That helps. Now it wants to rally, huh? So if this reverses, but it's on its second leg. Did they change it at? No, it's just because I'm logging in from a different computer. Oh, it did change. The So the first trade was good, second trade was bad. I actually thought I was in the sim. Local sim, not Bulenox eval, but oh well. I gotta agree to this shit again? Give me a break. Port over the permissions. My format is all... I'm gonna have to log on from a different computer where I have the settings saved. Johnny, you might have to restart Quant Tower. So it's not going to show up because you have to accept the agreement again, I think, is why you're not seeing it. That's interesting. I'm not seeing it anymore now. Okay. So it looks like I'm on version 17.39.0. The one on my Mac is on 17.45.2. I'm wondering if that's the... But that doesn't make sense because it was actually showing up here before and now it's not. There is no fast track. Oil's trying to rally. How'd you make 815? Just like gained randomly from the migration or from actual trading? Shorted silver, nice. Let me actually log in. Oh man, they completely messed this up. So Johnny, the way I did it is I upgraded from version, trying to remember, like 17.39.0, I think it was. I upgraded to 17.45.2 for RTrader, and then you have to sign the agreements again. They didn't like port over the agreements for non-professional, professional, and terms. So you actually have to go into RTrader to do that. I'm going to do a blank screen real quick just so that protect the passwords and stuff. That's interesting. I'm not getting any data. Down 500 really isn't that big of a deal, though. Well, depends on the number of contracts for silver. Yeah, this sucks. So you should be good. You just gotta accept the agreements and then it shows up, or at least it did for me. Sorry, Jenny, I'm close out then open again. Are you using MotiveWave, Johnny? But yeah, you gotta, if you close out and open our trader again, good chance that fast track trading will show in the drop down box. It just like needs to reconnect to the server and populate the available options for system. Come on. All right. And we got data. Huh. Says I'm still in a position for silly simulation. Okay, it didn't exit me. All right. Which part worked? Was it the just opening and closing it again, or the agreements? Probably both. Well, that sucks. I missed most of the metals. I don't know. Silver could be done selling. $41 contracts, huh? So you taking a long? I'll take the short. Both it and gold. I just think that first entry was crap for silver. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I have a short bias on gold, because definitely long term, through December, it's probably going to continue to go up. I do have a short term bias on it that I have no problem taking a little bit of money off of, but maybe I shouldn't be. There's just too much buying support. That's quite a bit of a comeback. Yeah. We're going to check out at 30. Oh, no. Back to there. And gold is now being modified. Even if it wants to go up further. It's a little low. Yeah, I'd say a little bit above the 3130, but when is it going to happen is the problem. We don't really have a lot of pulling going on here. They're really trying to hold it up. And no panic selling, and it's already, damn. It's too bad I missed it. Oh well. All right. Gold can be a little bit too volatile. I'm going to get out of this one for a small win. Should have a bit of a pushback after that where it just drops a little bit, maybe only to the 44.9. Keep that at the 44.7. how's silver doing? Not so great. I really want to see it fall down to this 355, but that doesn't seem likely. So I'm going to be safe. Oh, gold got a bit of a bid, but there's more sellers here. Are they going to chew through those? Yeah, I should probably be looking at the fibs moving average more often. One, two, three. Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired now too. So you're up 800 overall, and you're done probably with those accounts. See how violent of this sell-off is for gold, or if it just immediately catches bids. My DOMs are screwed up when it auto saves it. Nice, 815, that's solid. Seriously. I've been trading for, consistently since like 2010, 2011, mainly with stocks. I tried options a little bit then, but the commissions were outrageous. How about you, Isaac? How long have you been trading? With prop firms only, or futures and other markets? Thinking of cutting gold. I don't like the way gold's looking. But if gold breaks out, silver's probably going to break out as well. If equities break, then I think silver and gold will start to sell off just enough to get me out of the trade. Not like in the short, actually, on those. One year? Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, 1 year is a ton to learn a lot. I've really only been consistently trading futures for about 13 or 14 months now. It's 22 and 20 block got to get sold through. I don't think there's enough volume right now. I think it's smart to get out. I think we'll start getting buyers around 37.5. Yeah, I'm going to get out there just to play it safe. Okay, what's gold going to do? If gold breaks hard, like I said, it could push silver down. And if, okay, equities didn't sell off, they're consolidating maybe for a break higher. We'll see. Wow, what a move back up. Silver, what are you doing to me? I guess I'm not seeing the weakness that I want to see. Start off with options, switch to futures. Yep, props are definitely a good way to leverage a high amount with very little capital put up. Gold does weird shit though. It moves a lot for like no reason. So it could pop down quite a bit lower than where I'm. This 447. If it breaks this level, 442? Yeah, and this is not the kind of descent you want to see for a sell-off of silver. This means there's enough buyers there. Kind of relying on gold here to make a little bit of a move. Okay, broke that. Much more. I'm gonna stick with my 447 though, because it's just not like cranking down unless we see something. Still getting some buyers. Ah, silver, you bastard. Okay, equities are selling off a little bit. If that accelerates, you fund all my accounts? Nah. Yeah, I mean, SPY day trading has a lot of really good advice to follow. And if you can stick to his methodology for 6 months and then add on little tidbits that you pick up along the way, whether it's price action, order flow, there is no magic indicator, but if you can find indicators that are helpful, don't like this. Yeah, I mean, paper trading until you're consistent, or trading with the prop firms using really small leverage, just trading the micros instead of the minis, because scaling is almost like irrelevant after you got a strategy down that you're confident in. A little bit of a psychological, I don't know, adaptation that you need to make when scaling up. But if you can get a strategy that's consistent with micros, you can always scale to more micros or to minis. All right, Silver, you're pissing me off. It should have made more of a bullish run off this for it to go higher. But metals are kind of the thing, even though they're down across the board tonight. Damn, especially palladium. Yeah, volume drops now, and it just gets choppy. But the likelihood that it even breaks out of either of these is pretty slim now for until the early hours when the London metals market opens. Crazy science experiments. I don't know. I mean, I did a lot of experiments myself. None of them were too crazy. If you ever get a hold of pure sodium, it needs to be stored in oil because it readily combusts with any sort of water, particularly. And so it like comes in a vial, and it's a chunk of sort of whitish metal, and it's pure sodium. And we threw a chunk of it out the window and into the snow, and it literally just hit the snow and combust into this huge ball of flames. That's probably like the craziest thing I've seen or done. Obviously, like, there's other stories. Yeah, it'll blow up in water. Sure, there's YouTube videos on it.
Here you can see a bucket containing 1000 grams of highly explosive sodium metal. On there it states that it is for professional use only. So today we are going to use it very professionally by dropping it in water all at once. The sodium metal is stored in mineral oil to protect it from the atmosphere. So before we could start, I had to clean it thoroughly with lots of paper towel.
Also gar keine Vorstellung, was mich da erwartet, muss ich sagen.
Because performing this reaction is obviously very dangerous, we had to design a special contraption to do this safely. So we bought a 50-liter transparent plastic container, filled it halfway with water, and placed it on a bucket. To that container, we taped a string, so we were that was completely dead. After the lid was taped on, it was time for the fun part.
Kaboom!
Yes, Rico!
The chemical side of Breaking Bad is quite accurate. Whether or not you could hijack a train with methylamine on it and get away with it, that's a whole nother story. But that's not the science side. And as far as like the the different setups and meth labs that they did in the different organic synthesis, that's very spot on science-wise. So for anyone that missed it, I'm out of my gold trade for a $300 profit. Let me just double check to make sure there's no open orders. Cancel all is grayed out. And we're just waiting for silver to tick down. Not super sure it's going to do that. I think it's going to run out of steam. Where it runs out of steam, good question. Because you see these orders here are still remaining quite small in magnitude to some of these larger orders. You don't get bigger orders till you're up here. So it's possible it comes down to like right here, reverses, goes up to here, and then finally hits it, but we'll see. Yeah, I love Breaking Bad too. So that's not a great way to do it because you can see the initial impact of the sodium hitting the water. It caused part of it to explode, and then fragments of sodium that didn't ignite with the water flew off to the side and then ignited. Like, damn. Muting it. All right. Feeling a little better about the 36 than the 3355. There we go. She could crack pretty hard.
I was running away. You can take it. Now, even though I was like more than 20 meters away with the string, some plastic shards still flew past me as I was running away. You can safely say that this isn't safe, and that you should definitely refrain from repeating this or anything similar. So
I don't know, a kilogram of sodium is quite a bit. I've seen explosions. I wonder if it had to do, well, now he blurs out the 99% 8 or whatever it was at the beginning. Interesting how. All right, what are we doing, silver? I've noticed with silver, they seem to get stuck at the 5-cent increments. So if you want to get out, being 1 or 2 ticks above it is usually better. Where did it reverse up here? Well, earlier at 50. And see, the high day is 55. So there's something with these 5-cent increments, at least during this time of the day. Okay, great. Yeah, it takes a ton of patience to trade at this time of night. So 925 in those 4 accounts. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I think, like, I don't know. Let me, how can I show it? I'm probably done trading for the night, but I'd like to, I think this would help people out more than anything, is to go over, oh, my laptop isn't even on there? All right, I'll email it to myself. A spreadsheet that I keep with all the things I track. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to email it to myself. And I wish it was something I could share, but I can't because it's not very versatile in the sense where you just put numbers in. No idea what sort of resolution you guys are looking at, but here's how I track. Let's just go column. They're no longer PAs. They're actually, you know, FF. Let's just put that. Security warning. All right, well, I'm not going to be editing it in any meaningful way anyways. All right, so today is Monday, September 23rd. I have $1 in there just as a filler so that it doesn't divide by 0 anywhere. The 4 accounts that I traded were these. So what I do, okay, yeah, column by column. I have the FTT account here in the first column, the days traded in this cycle. I'm actually doing it from 1 to 20 just because I have a formatting criteria on there, a conditional formatting that makes it 10. If it's 10 days, it's green. If it's 20 days, it's blue. And I want to like keep track of if it's on a odd or even payout. It's just a little bit easier to see when I scroll back through it. So as you can see, I started out with, ooh, this is all goofy. Automatic update. I'm gonna maybe restart this. So I'm gonna actually just close this, don't save, and I'm gonna open it back up. It's not looking right. Maybe I can't show you. Maybe my Excel is too old or something. So what I did is All right. Let me try to fix it. I'll have to show it another time because nothing looks right. There's hidden cells, yes, but there shouldn't be. Something's all messed up. All right. Have a good night, Cirrus. Yeah, I'll have to show you guys this another night when it's working on this machine. Not a big deal. Or do a video on it or something. All right. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I need to get to bed too because I think London's going to be popping. And I have goals to make on these accounts. So everyone enjoy. Have a good night. Looks like silver did go down a little bit lower. Cool beans. All right, everyone. Take care.